What's going on, guys? Skip here, and welcome back to another episode in our Road to Glory series. Today, we are in the office checking out the best email you could possibly get to start an episode. The Nottinghamshire County have asked for Pjizma to sign the dotted line. Do we accept or don't we? This is a one step forward in the dream of captaining England. Pjizma Pant has finally made it onto the map of the county scene. We're going to hit the dotted line. We're going to accept it. Let's see what this bloke has in store for the future. If you do enjoy your Cricket 22 content, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Leave a cheeky comment down below. I promise you'll make 100 in your next innings. We do live stream over on Twitch 4 days a week. I'll leave all my socials in the description down below. So make sure you click on in, come and say g'day, and let's continue to put cricket back on the map. Wow, what a couple of whirlwind days for Pjizma Pant. Not only does he sign the dotted line with the county team, but the sponsors are starting to make their way in as well. We're going to accept all of these sponsorship deals that pop up. You can see that we're not playing at Nottingham Park anymore. We're stepping it up in class. We're going to take on Yorkshire in a first class match, only out in Headingley. Ladies and gents, strap yourselves in. This episode's going to be a big one. I will catch you out in the middle. So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Headingley for our first ever first class match for the Nottinghamshire Outlaws. It has been a dream of Pij forever. We are going to step in to position number 3 with the bat. Haseeb Hameed is going to lead the side today. As the coin goes up, the crowd is set. We have more than 15 people watching us. We call heads. We win the toss. She's a medium standard wicket. What's Haseeb going to do for us? He's chosen to bat. Here we go. The butterflies are real. The moment is set. Let's see what Pjizma can do out in the middle. Well, 13.1 overs bowled, and out comes the 220-centimetre Polish-born, English-turned absolute weapon. 49 for 1. First ball of his career. He's going to inside edge it onto the pad. He gets down the other end. Have they appealed? They haven't. Brings up the 50 and his first run. Well, as we speak, they've done their report. Dom Best comes into the attack. The spinners are straight in. Pish is getting forward and defending that from Dom Best. Well, we all knew the first class game was going to be a step up, but the spin, second ball into our first class career, wowee. We've got silly point, backward point, cover point, mid on, mid off. One sweeper out as Best gets straight and Pjizma's inside edging that. No! Not out. Surely bat first. Yeah. Well, if he had a short leg in, that would have been curtains. I don't really know what to do now as we get forward. We play and miss. This is a clinic from Dom Best early doors. Can he open up with a maiden? We're not going to do too much there. Forward and defend, and after 15, it's 54 for 1. The nerves have been settled. We managed to pick up a single off Dom Best, get down the other end, and we've got the big fisherman. Steams in right arm round the wicket, and we're forward, solid, defending. Get back to your run-up. Pjizma's in town. I thought I downloaded every county top. I clearly haven't got the Yorkies right. As Fisher's in, and that's fast. 2 slips, a gully a point, very regulation as Fisher bowls and Pjizma pushes it to point. He's going to try get down the other end. Good communication with Hameed, and Pjizma moves to 3. I tell you what, he looks hot in that baggy green for Nottingham. Best comes in. Pjizma works this one off his legs. He's got to be careful of that short leg there. We've seen it too many times in this boy's young career. 69 for 1. Fisher back over the wicket. He's strong, he's tall, he's short, and he's hitting Pjizma on the hip. Good introduction. Singles are the key at the moment. We do have that short leg back in, so we can't tempt any leg side plays. We get forward and defend. Is it too early for a sweep shot? We've got a short fine leg, a short square leg, 2 men out on the leg side, and we're going to try and hit it there. We do hit it there. We get down the other end for another single. Well, big Geordie Thompson comes back into the attack after his 4 overs. He's taken 1 for 19. He's at Pjizma a little slower. Pjizma playing that with his knob for no run. Hamid 42 down the other end. Thompson in, Pjizma slashing and point diving across. Oh no, he hits it all the way for 4. He missed the first boundary. Well, London Bridge out at point. Pjizma doesn't quite see it, and he's well and truly off the mark. This time he splits both points. Back-to-back boundaries. You don't betcha. They come back for 3. No, they don't. They just keep it to 2. Oh, it's all happening. It's all happening. 2 solid cover drives this time. Do we go for 3 or do we bat mature? We try and bat mature, and this one's past the outside edge. Thompson rocks in short. Pjizma cuts down to third man. Oh, this boy has brought his confidence from club level straight out to Headingley. It's a teaser for the fielders, and it's 4. Well, I'm telling you, this bloke is something else. After a slow start, he moves to 16. He gets the full one. He defends it. And after 22, Nottingham are 85 for 1. Well, as we speak, Hasib Hamid, the captain, is dismissed. And Pjizma needs to do it all as another play and miss. We're not even into the second session yet. It's all happening. Short ball, Pjizma on the back foot. He tickles it in between square leg and mid-on, and he gets down the other end for a smart single. Well, Bess back into the attack just before lunch on day 1 of this 4-dayer. And Pjizma's forward, and look at short leg like a sniper in there. I don't know whether we take the sweep shot on. I mean, it's just square leg. Do we? We do. We do, and we do well, and we find backward square just for another single. Get your hammer and your toolkit on, because we're building an innings. You can already tell with the tempo of the 4-day cricket, the bowlers are just on a dime. They give you nothing as Carroll's full and Pjizma's playing a missing just inside the line of that. 18 off 31, another play and miss. Well, the least he could do is close out this session and be there for the boys. Another play and miss goes past him. Scharendorf down the other end doing a good job here. He gets a short ball. This time Pjizma lifts it to gully. They take a single, and that's risky. Risky cricket this late in the session, Pij. Pull it together, son. Inexperience showing. Dom Bess looking to put his foot down. There's 2 sweepers out. Pjizma goes back, and, well, he's lost his head again, the young fella. Sort it out. If you're going to sweep early. He walks across. This time he sweeps well. A single out to backward square. Do they take on their fielder? They do. Look how fast Pjizma is. He hasn't run out Behrendorff, has he? No, he hasn't. Well, I said Behrendorff. It should have been Scharendorf. What a name. He shouldn't even be playing with a name like that. As Pjizma sweeps again. This time, just the single out to mid-wicket. Well, 100 up for Nottingham. 2 down. You'd almost call it an even session. Last over before the luncheon break. And we're forward and defending. 22 off 39. Certainly showing some maturity in this young career of his. What a ball that was. Well, he just needs to play in the V. 4 balls to survive. This time he walks across mid-wicket. He gets down the other end. He does. Good run, and just stay there, Pjizma, and get to lunch, son. We've managed to sneak another one in before the lunch break. He goes short, and Pjizma's struggling here. They're going to try and soften him up and then bluff him. What are they going to do here? The field continues to change. He's on a good length, and Pjizma rocks that one into cover for no run. So Mr. Fisherman runs in, he bowls fast. Another play and miss. Boy, that's quick. 140 clicks. Lots of play and misses in his first session as a first-class player. But boy, this is the journey. This is what it's all about. For moments like that when he steps on it, crunches it to the fence for 4. Well, he delivers the good. He says to Fisher, get back to the top of your run-up and deliver me something a little bit better than that. He goes short this time. Fisher's on the back foot. And he's going to pick up a couple. That ball seems to be running away at Headingley. They come back for 2. Fielder puts a dive in, and they're going to leave it at 2. Well, he's trickled his way into the 30s. Fisher's having a tough time bowling to the big bean pole as he goes short and wide, and that is just pure wank. Show me those arms, umpire. Yeah! Well, another wicket has been lost. Pjizma, the lone wolf, on 30 off 54 as he gets a short ball. He plays inside the line. It's safe, it's safe, it's safe. I'll tell you what, our club cricket innings, they were getting a little easier to bat. This first class stuff is tough as we hit this one to the sweeper out on the offside for a single. And boy, it is baby steps the whole way here. Carroll round the wicket. Pjizma looks at this. He looks at extra cover and says, "Don't dish it up. I'm hitting it for 4. What a shot." And Carroll gets a stern word to him by the captain. You can't bowl there, especially outside off with no cover. He goes fuller this time. Pjizma hits it to point. Picks up a single. Good running. It's 131 for 3. Well, it's either a dot, a single, or a boundary. Carroll steams in. He runs in a lot faster than he bowls. He's got to get me timing right here, and we 3 green it straight to mid-on. 39 off 69. Strong leg side field. We're going to walk across, get the half volley. No, we're going to hit it through the offside. Do we beat mid-on this time? No, we don't. It's just going to be a long single. Into the 40s. Well, 41 solid runs. Fisher comes in for his 11th. We're 41 overs deep. He bowls fallen again. Pjizma's playing and missing. You've got to give yourself some extra time. You've got the extra day to play cricket. And this time, Pjizma steps on it a little closer to the off-stump, but he says, "Thanks for coming." Well, 45 on debut out of 144, if you don't mind. Fisher, he's been expensive. He's been erratic. He's made us play and miss, and we continue to just edge away. Small partnership developing here. Montgomery to 20. Pjizma to 45. Bess over the wicket. No! He swept it straight into a leg slip. What? You are kidding. Oh my God, the sweep shot sees leg slip with his stupid helmet. Adam Life take the catch and Pjizma's gone for 45 off 78. Oh, you wouldn't read about it, son. Well, that is absolute heartbreak for the debutant. Nottinghamshire all out 174. I tell you what, batting collapses are a thing in Nottingham. Pjizma, top scoring in his first ever game on 45 off 78, agonisingly close to a debut 50. Dom Bess, the chief destroyer, with 3 for 40. And I tell you what, they're pushing it uphill. Yorkshire, 89 for 3 after 22. Enter the 220 centimetre beanpole. Let's see what he can do on debut. Well, Yorkshire trail by 85 runs. Pjizma's first ball in first class. He's got the field for it. And Kohler Cadmore's on the front. Todd pushing that to mid-off for no run. Well, so far, so good. You're going to expect some good players to make some good runs. Can you stay consistent, Pjizma? He can. This time he's on the back foot defending and he picks up his own ball. Well, boy, that dismissal was disappointing. He steams in and he's forward. Good 3 balls so far. 2 slips, short cover, good leg side. At the body, slashes down to third man, and I think that's going to beat all the fielders. And Kohler Cadmore, does he do it? He doesn't. He just picks up 3. No, he picks up 4. Oh, dearie me. What a way to concede your first runs. 4 all run as we close out our first over. And Kohler Cadmore's hitting that to square leg after 23 Yorkshire, 93 for 3. Well, it says he likes it off the hips, so we're going to continue to bowl outside off stump. Can we be patient? We can. That's a good start. The second over. You wouldn't expect a lot of overs. You'd expect a taste, maybe a wicket or 2, but certainly wouldn't see Pjizma tipping 15, 16 overs. He's in this time and he draws the drive out of Kohler Cadmore and he plants it through cover point for another boundary. Slight change to the field. We take out mid-wicket, we put him at cover, we continue around the wicket, and there's a good solid forward defence. Well, bowled Pjizma, good comeback. Just a little tickle to first slip would be nice. As we're in on a length, then he's on the back. Todd defending. You can't get too excited. You've just got to stay disciplined. You've got to hope that the big dog can get it done. 25 bowled, a solid 2 overs to start his first-class career. Well, it was 2 overs, and then he was given a breather. Yorkshire, 154 for 4. Pjizma's first ball to a left-hander is on the money, and Thompson's back and defending. Well, wickets have been hard to come by for Pij. We've had the one good 3-day game. Thompson's on the up. So far, so good. It's going to be hard to pick up a couple overs with Broad, Fletcher, Pattinson, White in the lineup as Harry Brooks on his back foot and punches that out to cover for no run. Yes, the standard's gone from 0 to 100 real quick. We don't have Gregory with us as he edges. Catch it! How was that? How was that? How was that? Oh! Well, what has that hit? Oh my God, that's plum. That is plum. You can't tell me that hit him outside the line. Let's check, Big Eye. Have we been rorted of our first class wicket? Umpires call, you kidding me? Oh, shut the gates. I'm done. I am done. Well, we could have had an English international walking back to the pavilion. We go again, and he absolutely flogs us through mid-wicket for 4. Umpire, you are a disgrace. Harry Brook gets to 58. Pjizma is fuming. The leading edge goes to extra cover. He's really bending his back now at 148 clicks. Last ball of our 4th over. Steams in, and Brook defends. No long bat. Throw it at him. Throw it at him. So we get spelled for a little while. We're just doing it in 2 over blocks. 206 for 5. Harry Brook's still there. New batsman in, and Randall's hitting that one to mid-off for no run. Well, we just want a first-class wicket. We haven't had a play and miss. We've had a dodgy LB, and the batsman's leaving nicely. 50.4 overs bowled. Yorkshire on top. As a one-hand, one bounce gets hit out to square leg, the energy is starting to lift again. Well, the length stuff isn't working. We're going to bowl our first ball at the chalk, and in swings and knocks him over. He knocks him over with pace, real pace. Pjizma Pant, take a bow, son. What a ball. That is unbelievable. Harry Brook bowled by Pant for 81. If you don't kick it, we'll hit your stumps over, son. Dom Bess into the attack. The in-swinging Yorker works. The big fella's on a heater. He hits it again. He's 40 defence. What a moment for the big dog. He's knocked the stumps out the ground. Well, it doesn't get bigger than that for the Pjizma Pant. I tell you what a moment in history. Take a bow. Well, the in-swinging Yorker castles Harry Brook, and I tell you what, could we be any happier? I don't know. 53 overs bowled. Yorkshire, 213 for 6. Well, that sees him pick up another over in this spell. He is the magic man as he bowls his first short ball at best. Get into him, son. Well, lighten the story. Can we pick up a second? Oh, well bowled. Last ball of our 7th over, and probably the spell. Best leans on it. Hits it to square leg for no run. Well bowled, big dog. Well bowled. So he gets spelled again. However, they need him back. 72 bowled, 272 for 7. Pish steams into the tail, and he's going to get hit through mid-wicket by Dickey. Dickey makes it look easy. So they come back for a couple. Last ball of our 8th over. The leg cutter looks good. Dickey looks great. Pjizma throws it back, and it's 276 for 7. So Dickey faces Pjizma for his last ball of the 9th. Steams in, he's 40, defends, and there's another solid over from the big fella. Well, there we have it. Yorkshire all out for 316 after 86.2 overs. Pjizma Pant picking up his first-class wicket, knocking Harry Brooks' stumps all over Headingley. He's certainly established himself in this county system early. Liam Patterson-White and Calvin Harrison picking up a few wickets between them as well. So here comes Big Red. He's got the Outlaws baggy on, a couple of practice swings as he steps forward to a very hostile Headingley crowd. You can see a few have turned in for this one. Before we've faced the ball, we've lost another wicket. It's 11 runs for 2 wickets, and Pjizma's first ball's a play and miss. Wowee, we're pushing it uphill today, that's for sure. Well, what does his second ball look like? Carroll, none for 7 off his 2.1. He steams in, Pjizma's forward, and he's defending nicely. I'll tell you what, sometimes we forget that this bloke's 220 centimetres tall. As he's through, he's hitting this one to mid-off for no run. And I'll tell you what, he has got all the time in the world to compile an innings here. As Carroll's forward, Pjizma's working that one inside out for another dot ball. So the last ball of the 5th over. We've faced 5 dot balls. Scharendorf down the other end doing not much either. As Carroll comes in, it's a half volley. Pjizma pushes this down the ground. Silences the crowd. Gets off the mark with a trademark boundary. Fetch that. Well, cop that medium pacer, and look who comes into the attack. Dom Bess, his first ball. He's been waiting for Pjizma second up. First ball, we're going to set the tone. We're going to sweep him off the shins. We come back for 2. No, we don't. We keep it at 1, but good intent shown early. Big Scharendorf is getting the job done at the moment. 24 for 2 we move to. Into the 8th over is big fella Fisher. Bowls straight, and Pjizma leans forward with his 14-metre long limbs. Does he come back for 3? He doesn't. We keep it at 2. 1 for 10 off Fisher's 3.4 overs. He comes round again, and it's another play and miss to Big Pjizma. Don't get too eager, big fella. Like we said, we have a long time to bat. All of day 2 as he comes in for his last ball, and Pjizma leans on it again. Stop bowling half volleys. He's going to light Headingley up, this big fella. He does. Well, that brings upon a change in the bowl, and Fisherman, go back and think about it. Carroll comes into the attack over the wicket, and that is a fairly decent rock first up. Well, if we've learnt anything early doors, it's that first-class cricket can humble you pretty quickly, but don't stress as we hit it to mid-off for a no-run. Trail by 112. This is the partnership that needs to get Nottingham back up and about, and we get one on the legs. We whip it down a fine leg and get your hammer and your nails out, because we're going to build an innings, ladies and gents. Tidy start for Carroll. Again on the hips of Pjizma. Tickles it down to fine leg, and after 10 overs, Nottingham a 33 for 2. Dom Bess back into the attack. Pjizma, what's he going to do? He gets one on the legs. He's early timing, and he's defending it. Mid-wicket, mid on a little deeper, short fine leg, deep backward square. Does he bring out the sweep? He looks to, he helicopters, he plays and misses. Pull it together, big fella. This is the battle of his young first-class career, Dom Bess. He bowls this time, he's in, he's top-edged it. No, he's gone. Would you believe it, Dom Bess? 3rd ball into his over, and Pjizma has top-edged it, sweeping. Oh, it's hit his glove. Would you read about it? The keeper takes it above his eyes, and Pjizma is on his way back to the pavilion for 13. Oh, dearie, dearie me, Nottingham. Well, there we have it. Nottinghamshire collapse again. All out 194 off 55.3. Dom Bess, the Chief Destroyer, taking 4 for 68. It was another disappointing innings from every single Nottingham batsman, and Yorkshire making the boys pay. Chasing 56 down for the loss of 3 wickets. Pjizma not getting the bowl in the second dig. You don't really blame the captain for doing that. This bloke needs to learn, and learn the long way. His career is very short. We've got a long, long way to go. Yorkshire win it by 7 wickets. That man, Dom Bess, player of the match. You've certainly found yourself a target. We've got some money on his head. We're going to have to take it off very, very soon. But for the meantime, our first-class game is a loss. Where do we go from here? Well, we are going to leave it there for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for being with us. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave a cheeky comment down below. I hope you guys can join us for that. But until the next one, guys, look after yourselves and those around you, and I will catch you in the next one.